As you probably know, I do play quite a few games, but up until Marvel Rivals release, I never really gravitated towards this like hero arena shooter genre, yet I did manage to make it to Grandmaster rank in Season 0 completely solo queue. So full transparency, these were my stats from Season 0. Took a little over 50 hours, 300 matches with a little under a 50% win rate to make it to Grandmaster. Admittedly, these are not particularly great stats. I mean, less than 50% win rate is not good. But as I said 1 month ago, I had literally zero experience in hero shooters, so cut me a break, pal. I'm not gonna lie though, I do low-key feel like that makes my perspective or advice a little bit more valuable or applicable than like a top 500 streamer, because I'm just a dude, bro. If I can do it, then so can you. But without further ado, let's run that hoe. Alright, first things first, you do need to decide who you are going to play in the game. I tried one-tricking Cloak and Dagger for the first, like, half of my ranked journey, but it does get to a point where I personally found it's much more advantageous and beneficial to winning and to your team if you are just a flex player who just fills whatever role is needed. I would initially just, like, insta-lock Cloak and Dagger because that's who I play the best with. That's who I get SVP every game with. But I would notice that a lot of times there might be another Cloak and Dagger player on my team who I get it before them, and then they end up playing a character they don't really know very well, and then we're just kind of down a support. And if you're just trying to win or climb rank, having a teammate who knows a character, if you one trick, you run the risk of stealing that character from your teammate who very well likely could be their best character, which just means you're down a teammate practically. So it's better to have your teammate playing your main that they know well and you flexing to something that you can still run, somewhat, than it would be for you to play your best character and your teammate gets stuck on just some absolute garbage that isn't going to be beneficial or helpful to your winning. So in my opinion, for solo queue, you do need to know how to play at least moderately well, at least one character from each class, and you do want to be the last person on your team to select the character because you want to make sure all 5 of your teammates are playing a character that they know well, and if you insta-lock somebody that your teammate only knows, you know what I'm saying. I will say strategists are probably the most like make or break class on the team. I think it's much easier to get away with having like kind of a, like a mid vanguard. Like if you have 2 really good support strategists, 2 really good duelists, and 1 really good vanguard, it's not going to really matter that another one of the vanguards is lacking. But if you have 1 support strategist that is just like not performing well, you lose. Every match you lose. Like if you can't keep your team alive, it doesn't matter how much damage they're absorbing or dishing out because they're dead. Like, all that to say, if you aren't, like, cracked on strategist, just don't play strategist. If you're not getting at least, like, minimum 15,000 heal every 10 minutes. Also, that's another problem I see with people playing strategists is you need to keep your teammates alive. Stop trying to Mantis solo kill the whole squad. I'm looking at you, Ninja. Quit trying to be the freaking 1v6 every fight. If you're a strategist, you should be healing and staying alive and then doing damage, but healing. Like, I don't know what I was saying. So yeah, if you're not confident in your strategying, then just play Doctor Strange. If you want teammates to play how you want, don't solo queue. Don't be the dude who's in there like, oh, we need swap. We need another tank. Oh, you suck. Like, shut up, bro. If you're like beggars can't be choosers. If you don't have 5 people to run the game with, 5 people don't have you to run the game with. So just like I'm not gonna be like switch off and quit sucking. You shouldn't do that to other people. You're not helping anything. Control what you can control, which is yourself and your performance. That's another point. If someone on your team is doing bad, nothing, like, it's not going to help to be a dick to them. Just finish the match, move on to the next one, calm down. And if someone's being a dick to you, just know that they're a loser and Yeah, that also leads into knowing your strengths. You should never be playing a character in ranked that you haven't played a lot in quick play, like or the practice range. I mean, they exist for a reason. If you're want to try out a new character, you should at least have like 2 or 3 hours. I mean, maybe not that much, but you actually no, yeah, that much. You should have at least like 2 hours with that character in quick play before jumping into ranked. Otherwise, you're just doing yourself and your team a disservice. Another massive thing to point out is to understand your motivations. You need to ask yourself, do you want to play ranked? Like that. First of all, everyone's gonna step back a second. Like, this is a video game for fun. If like, I think this kind of boils down to perception, and being like top rank is seen as like, oh, he's cool. Oh, that's ninja, bro. It's Tifu, or whatever. Whereas I think a lot of people just assume that like that's what they should strive for, or like that's what you want to attain, is like, oh, once I get to eternity rank, I'll be cool and everyone will like me. Like, bro, it's a video game. None of it matters. It's for fun. If climbing rank and competing at like the top nail biter level, oh no, whoa, if that's exciting for you, which it is for a lot of people, but not near as many people as there are playing ranked, then play ranked. But if you just like want to play superhero game, go pew pew, just play the game, bro. Who cares? Like, you don't need to make it to any rank to prove anything to anyone. Like, it doesn't it means literally nothing. You are going to have to play a lot. I mean, if you want to make it to like Grandmaster, even if you're winning like 75% of games, you're still gonna have to put in probably like damn near close to 100 matches minimum, and that's if you're like doing insanely well. So you also need to ask yourself, like, is this worth feeling stressed for 20 hours for something I don't care about because a TikTok was like, I don't know, shut up. Basically all that to say, you just need to learn how to separate your emotions from your gameplay. You just need to learn to take a step back and not care about your results, not care if you're doing bad, but more importantly, not care if you're doing good. Because if you care when you're doing good, then you're going to care when you're doing bad. At the end of the day, your perception is quite literally everything. And if you're able to just take a step back and objectively look at everything, acknowledge what you're doing wrong, acknowledge that you're probably not very good, and I would say that I'm not that great at this game either. But that's kind of the point, is that means literally nothing and it doesn't matter, and if you keep playing it, you'll get better, just like with literally anything. I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of people that are triggered that I don't have just like a use this one to here's 3 advices to make you instantly eternity. And I'm not going to lie, because that's low-key why I wanted to make this, because that doesn't exist. There's no like, just like with anything that's like worth doing, there's no shortcuts. And if you just take a step back and look at things objectively, let's think about this. How do you make it to the top rank in a game? Maybe be good at the game. Huh, okay. How do you get good? Huh. Play the game a lot and practice improving. Oh! Yeah, bro, I hate to be a dick, but it really is that simple. Like, there's nothing I nor anyone, any top 500 player, not even the best player in the world, can tell you that will just make you all of a sudden like good at this or any other game. Just like with anything else, you gotta get good, and then you'll be good. Like that's really it. So yeah, bro, I do hate to say it, but to solo queue to Grandmaster, you need to play a lot, don't get mad, have fun. And if any one of those 3 things are like not in the cards for you, which is completely okay, then just don't do it. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I do apologize if this is not the advice that you wanted to hear, but I do guarantee it is the advice that you needed to hear. But yeah, I think that's about everything that I wanted to yap about in regards to solo queuing to ranked, although I'm sure I'm probably gonna remember something tomorrow and be like, damn it. If you do have any macro level tips that you think I just completely glossed over, I would love to hear about them. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna be all she wrote for today. But we will be right back on that season 1 Grandmaster. So if you'd like to follow, make sure to like and subscribe. You're stupid, dumb, weenie, stupid, stupid. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow, Slop. Oh.
Sticking out your yacht for the Rizzler. You're so skibbity. You're so Phantom Tax. I just wanna be your Sigma.